Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Fallout starter set for the Fallout role-playing game put out by Modiphius. I have had this for a while. I picked this up probably, I'm going to say mid to late November, and I wanted to get around to making videos, using it, putting it in the starter set Saturday pools. But in the middle of December, I had that injury where I fractured my leg, and for 2 months, just couldn't really do much of anything. So finally, I'm going to be opening this up and having a look at it. I thought of just opening it up, and looking at it, in private. But I like to do these unboxings, and I like to do unboxings with the product sealed so that you'll see it exactly as it was packed from the manufacturer. But we'll go ahead and take a look here. So the Fallout. I will admit I am not the biggest Fallout fan in the universe. I've played a couple of the third person or first person RPGs, though not particularly deep into any of them. It's one of those things that it doesn't hold my interest as much as I would like it to. I know it's just a matter of getting out to the point where you can be a bit more free in what you do, but I just haven't gotten that far in any of them. But I do appreciate the Fallout series for what it is, and I do plan on watching the TV show, but I haven't gotten around to that yet either. But I know I've heard a lot of good things about that. So kind of on the strength of that, I know there's a miniatures game that they have that I'm kind of interested in. So I decided just to go ahead and get the starter set at least. I think it was, I can't remember if it was on sale when I picked it up or not. I can't remember exactly when I ended up actually getting this because the last few months have been a bit of a blur. But yeah, let's take a look here on the back. We've got sort of the breakdown of the contents in here. You've got the booklets, you got the character sheets, you got the dice, and you got these 56 Nuka-Cola cap tokens for use as action points or currency. And just before I get into this, there is a place in Toronto, a restaurant I think it's called Stormcrow. I've been there a couple of times when my wife and I were in Toronto for the Titanic exhibit. We went there with my friend and his wife. And one of the drinks that they have there is a Nuka-Cola, which is I think it's basically like a rum and coke, but they actually put a little bit of dry ice in the glass so that you've got sort of the smoking, vaguely menacing kind of look to it. And it is one of those things where I think you have to drink it through a straw or something like that. But one of the things that you can do if you pay extra, you can actually get a Nuka-Cola cap that you can just get to take home as a souvenir. So I think next time I'm in Toronto, and I know we're going to go back there again, and I know my friend's probably going to get the Nuka-Cola if it's still there, I'll ask him to get the bottle cap, and I'll just pay for it off of him. Because I'd like to have a copy of one of the physical caps, because I thought that was kind of neat. So yeah, if you're in the Toronto area, Stormcrow is the name of the place. It's really a very geeky restaurant there. They've got a beholder over a mantle in one of the lower rooms. There's all kinds of Star Wars ships and stuff hanging from the ceiling in the upstairs. One of the rooms that we went into for the four of us, had kind of a Blade Runner, RoboCop, and Terminator kind of feel to it. So anyway, really cool place. But yeah, we got the box, we got the contents here. Let's go ahead and pop this open and see exactly what we got. Do a little bit of a flip through on the book there, the rule booklet, not the adventure booklet, because I don't want to spoil any of that. But this is something that I would hopefully get a chance to run at some point in the future. All right, plastic's off, cap's back on the X-Acto knife. Plastic is dealt with, and let's go ahead and get this open. So, right off the bat, okay, so the D20s are nice and big, actually. And it looks like we've got your regular D20s, and then you've obviously got a hit location die. Yep, there's a headshot there. So what's on the opposite of the headshot side? Left leg, okay. And then we got these, the different D6s there. So, again, this is a 2D20 system as far as I know. I don't know if it says it on the Yeah, it's a 2D20 system game. I do have like Star Trek Adventures, and I really enjoy that system, although I never had a chance to run it either. So I can't say a whole lot about it in practice because I haven't really got a chance to run any of it. But I do like the basics of the systems, and in a Starfinder game, where I had like the players going through like this advanced like legendary level holodeck program, they were able to achieve certain things like turning a miss into a hit, or a miss into a critical hit, or a critical success from somebody else to like a critical failure. All those things, I kind of took a very generous interpretation of like the threat system from Star Trek at least, and like threat momentum in order to like let them do some of that stuff in there. So like I've incorporated elements of the 2D20 system into my games. I just never got a chance to run the actual core game here. But anyway, we do have sort of like the like the 50s aesthetic with a lot of the Fallout sort of world here, although it doesn't really come across in this artwork so far. It does on like the packaging, like the covers of everything, kind of like those like pulp noir or whatever, or pulp action serials, or. But yeah, so it's kind of got like this this 50s sort of aesthetic to everything. I actually really like the layout of these too. Like they're very clear. Just love it. Critical injuries, stabilize the dying. So you get pretty decent. Like this is actually a pretty chunky book. We're already at page 32 and we're still going. So for a starter set, this is actually a larger rule book than what a lot of them will give you. Then we got our Pip-Boy. The Fallout. I don't know if the Pip-Boy, I know is the device you put on your arm, but the mascot character, I don't know if that's his name or not. Again, I'm not super well versed in the lore here, but this is a nice rule booklet. I can already see myself giving it a pretty generous score if I hits the Starter Set Saturday wins one of those polls, but okay, we just have some advertisements, other stuff there. But yeah, this is a really, really nice. There's their miniatures game, actually. But yeah, that's a really nice rule booklet. Like, that's actually a lot thicker than what I was kind of expecting. So, really well formatted and everything. I really appreciate that. We do have the adventure book, but I'm not going to open that up because I don't want to spoil anything that's in there. We do have our Nuka-Cola caps, many of which have fallen out, but that's okay. Okay, and they also have numbers on them there. I'm not quite sure what the use of that would be, but I'm sure it'll be explained in the rules and everything. So, and then we've got. Oh wow. Okay, so the character sheets are actually on cardstock. That I was not expecting. Normally it's just like regular paper, but yeah, these are actually on like a nice glossy cardstock. I don't think you can do like dry erase on this, and I wouldn't try that. Although I would definitely consider. I would definitely photocopy this and use it at my table. But yeah, these are really nice. Again, I like the character sheets the way that they're laid out. You got the attributes up here. You've got your different skills listed and what rank that they're at. So typically with the 2D20 system, when you're rolling your D20s for your different tasks, you're given an attribute and a skill, typically, or like if it's a skill, it will tell you what attribute it uses. And you add the number from the skill to the number from the attribute, and then you're looking to roll that or under. And I think a natural one counts as 2 successes. And depending on the difficulty of the task, you might have to get like 2 successes or 1 or 3 or, you know, maybe even more. So, and again, I can only say for Star Trek, I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I'm assuming it's very similar. That there's like a threat and momentum style system. It might be called something else in this game, but you might have like a threat and momentum, where I think like the momentum would be like these blue tokens, where if you get successes beyond what's necessary to accomplish your task, you get to add those to your momentum pile or your momentum pool that anybody can pull from. Or if you need to, you can just give the Game Master threat, which I think would be these red tokens. And then they can use that to like add reinforcements or to change the difficulty of a task or to add some sort of complication. It's a really cool system. Like, I actually really like it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case there. But you can, if you need more successes than the 2d20 that you roll normally, if you want to up your chances for success, you can give either spend momentum or give threat to the Game Master to add extra dice to your pool. So that's how it works in Star Trek. I'm assuming it's pretty similar here. But yeah, nice. Like, really impressed by the character sheets here. All right, I was not expecting to be on like a cardstock. I was expecting to be on just regular paper. So that is really cool. We'll put those in there. Put those in there. So, I mean, I should say Modiphius, sorry. Modiphius does some really good starter sets as well. Like, I got their Star Trek Adventures 1st and 2nd edition boxes, and now this one. And I have their Achtung Cthulhu one as well. So they do some really great stuff as well. Like, they're the quality of what they produce is pretty awesome as well. And for this is really well done. Like, I'm impressed by the thickness of the rule booklet. The tokens are really nice. The character sheets being on like a card stock is really surprising. So some really good quality materials that you don't necessarily expect to find in like a regular, like run-of-the-mill starter set type of product. But it's nice to see that there are companies that will step up and produce really high quality starter sets. So yeah, I think this it makes me interested in checking out the full rules. So once I kind of wrap my head around the way that this game functions versus the way Star Trek functions, then yeah, I will probably end up picking up the core rules at some point. So even just the unboxing has kind of sold me on that one. So really well done for the Fallout starter set. And if you played the Fallout role-playing game or even played the starter set, let me know what your thoughts of it are in the comment section below. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for your time. I appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.